Are you guys ready to see one of the most impressive and visually striking thing I've ever seen in my life? Check this out. All right, so the next thing that I want to show you guys has one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have never seen one like this. This card was thought to have been lost in a natural disaster when it was released, but he has the big three in ARS 10. It does not get any better than this. Oh my, look at this. So this is probably the pinnacle of this gentleman's collection, and it is something that I never thought I would ever see in my life. I will never be able to beat the fact that I was able to show all three of these in one video. Like, just unbelievable. I peaked, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going, man? Very nice to meet you. All right, guys. So I don't know if you guys need an introduction, but this is Vintage Card Japan. This is arguably one of the biggest and most high-end shops in all of Japan for cards, not only Pokemon, but Yu-Gi-Oh as well. I am with none other than Yamaguchi, the owner of the store, but he's not just the owner, he's actually an avid collector as well. In today's video, we're gonna be taking a look at not only the shop's inventory, but his personal collection as well, and you're gonna be seeing cards we have never seen on video before. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're starting off with like some straight craziness here. He wanted to show this personally because this is probably one of his proudest accomplishments. This is pretty much the best card in every TCG or every popular TCG. We have Alpha Lotus from MTG. We have Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from Tokyo Dome Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we have the Pikachu Illustrator from Pokemon. Let me tell you guys a little bit of history. This card was awarded in the first Tokyo Dome tournament to the top two winners, okay? So the top two winners, there was a video game as well as the card game, and the winners were awarded this card. There are two versions of this card, this type, and then there's a type that has replica at the bottom left. This version here is the rarer, it's the better of the two, and it's the original, okay? This card is, like, I would probably estimate less than 5 in the world, okay? This is arguably around like 500,000, you know, around their minimum USD. I can't imagine it can even in this grade, because like when you have a card that is this rare, grade doesn't really matter. It's just, you know, if you own this, then you're lucky enough to own it, right? Like, you can't be picky when you have a card like this. And I would imagine this is at least around like $500,000 USD. Like, it cannot be anything less, because it is, oh my God. Like, I honestly can't believe I am holding this in my hand right now. Just crazy, okay? I'm lost for words. So this is an ARS 6 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from Tokyo Dome. This is the first printing of this card. It is a secret rare, and I mean, I gotta do a video on Tokyo Dome by itself because I think it really deserves it. It's one of the coolest events ever. And I think that this is the best prize under BLS. So like BLS is like, I would say #1, the metal one, but that's pretty much like, nobody knows where that is. This is the best actual card prize, because the other one is metal, right? This is actual like cardboard. So like, this is an actual card, and I really don't know what can beat this in terms of history, in terms of like beauty. It's the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, you know, it's not like a random monster. It's Kaiba's best card, right? It's so amazing, man. I absolutely love this card, and I can't believe I'm holding this right now, okay? So that is Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Next, we have Pikachu Illustrator. Now this card, the condition, I would say, is maybe PSA 7, PSA 8 maybe. And the artwork on this is exclusive to this card right here. So this is awarded to the winner of an illustration contest, I believe in 1998, maybe 1999, maybe even 1997. I also don't remember exactly, but it was like in the first years of Pokemon, and this is one of the first prize cards ever handed out in Pokemon as well. I mean, I don't know what more you can say about this. It's Pokemon, the biggest IP in the world, and yeah, I'm speechless, okay? But this is a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, so let's just not spend too much time on Pokemon. We're gonna go to MTG, and this is an Alpha Lotus. This card is limited to 1,100 copies in the world on release, and this is a set card, okay? This is a set card. It is not a prize card. For a set card to be this limited, it's just, you know, like that's mind-boggling, okay? This is the best card in the MTG card game. It's the strongest card too. So I think that that's a really cool aspect. It's imagine like if Blue Eyes was the strongest card, right? Like obviously in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's Pot of Greed, but imagine if Blue Eyes was the best card. It would be like crazy, crazy prices. And again, I can't believe I'm holding this. This is the first time I'm holding MTG Alpha Lotus since the Dubai video. So yeah, just incredible. So that's the first biggest hitters of Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and MTG. Now I want to get into the rest of his collection. All right, the next card I want to show you guys is this Charizard here. Now, if you don't know what this is from the Creatures deck for the 25th anniversary. They handed out like this deck that has, you know, the Chansey that looks hand-drawn? That's where this deck is from. There's around 300 copies of this card, and this is a pop 7 in PSA 10. So this is unbelievably rare, and I think the coolest thing is the back. Like check out the back here. They have the original booster pack, the original starter deck, 1996, PSA 10. Amazing, beautiful, beautiful card, and it's the original Charizard artwork, and it's completely unique, right? Like you don't have, I don't think I've ever seen a holographic pattern like this. So I think that that's a really, really standout feature for this card. And it's a PSA 10. What more could you say? All right, so the next thing that I want to show you guys is arguably one of the most impressive things to me in terms of Pokemon, and that is a no rarity base set Charizard, and it is ARS 10 plus. If you don't know, I covered ARS in its own individual video. You should check that out. What I want to say here is this is arguably one of the most iconic cards for me because this reminds me of Starter Box Blue Eyes. Starter Box Blue Eyes, I told you guys, has no Anubis stamp. This has no rarity at the bottom right here. This is kind of like a misprint, but it's a misprint on the original set. This is like the first set ever. This is like the first Charizard Pokemon ever made. So to me, I think that is super iconic, and I think that is super special. Oh, like this thing is so beautiful, man. So there's 5 cards I want to own in Pokemon. It is the Latios and Latias from the VS deck. It is no rarity Charizard, no rarity Blastoise, and no rarity Venusaur. I think those are, to me, some of my favorite cards ever. I think that I just love them, okay? I just love these cards, and I think that this is super impressive. And again, take a look at this ARS case. So nice. So beautiful. And again, the grade is on the back. They focus on the card in the front, the label at the bottom. Again, the focus is on the card. And yeah, this is off center, so this does have centering issues. But to me, like, I don't think centering should matter that much. I think condition is the most important thing. One thing I noticed right now as I'm looking at it is check out this swirl right here. It's like coming right out of his mouth. Like, this is a masterpiece card. Super impressive. Actually, this is my favorite thing so far. I like it more than the Blue Eyes Ultimate. Like, I like the Blue Eyes Ultimate, but I like this more. I think this is so impressive, man. All right, let's go to the next thing. All right, so the next thing that I want to show you guys has one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So this is the DM2 Prismatic Secret Rare promos that were included in the game. So what I mean by this is there's video games when they released, and inside of them, you were randomly seeded one of these 2 cards, okay? And the chance to pull them was about 5%, okay? This is incredibly rare. Now these cards, even though there was 5% chance, I would say there is a lot of them. You saw in my videos, there's a lot of these cards, but what there is not is a lot of mint cards of this. This is a condition rarity card. Like, it is not Even the base card you could probably find for like 400 or 500, right? Like, but it has to be played. These in mint condition, that's when price like starts to really get very high. What he has here is ARS 10 duo of both of these cards, okay? This is an extreme accomplishment. This is a very, very hard set to get in Gem Mint 10. And I mean, they are super impressive. The one that's my favorite is the Sayaru. I just really like Vanilla. I like Series 1. And then I like Secret Rare. Gorgeous. Gorgeous combination. And then you have that portrait artwork here. You see like how it's like, there's not, the background is very plain, but it is still colorful. Beautiful. I love this card, man. This is one of my favorites. I actually saw it in Giraffle. I showed you guys, there was a sealed copy of this card. I actually want to buy it because I think this card is very hard to find in mint condition. So I have to find one that's like either sealed or already graded. I can't take the risk online and try to buy it raw. This is a 10. And I looked at it, it's not like a weak 10. This is a very, very, very strong 10. Like the secret here makes it so that the foil on the edges always has silvering. Yo, look at this. This copy is so clean. I can't find anything on this. It is so, so nice. The centering is also really good. Again, you saw in Giraffle, all of them were off center. The centering is really good on this. Beautiful, beautiful card, man. And it's an ARS case. Like, just can't get any better than this. Absolutely love this. I actually want to try and make them an offer for this card. So we'll see. We'll see if it works out. Then we have Ultimate Great Moth. Now, again, these come as a set. And this one is cool. To me, I like Holy Night Dragon or Sayaru in English. But this is definitely also very awesome. And you can look up the population on these, extremely low. We're talking like under pop 10. Very, very hard cards to grade and extremely beautiful. Let's go to the next thing. All right, we're jumping back into Pokemon and we're jumping back into the ocean to find some golden Magikarps. So these are the 600 point fan club Shining Magikarps. This card right here is the main like star of the show. This was another promo. I mean, this is still very expensive. We're talking like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in gem mint condition. But this one, we're talking like 5 figures. We're saying like, you know, $30,000, $40,000 for this card in gem mint condition. And this is a population 3 in BGS 9.5. In PSA 10, I would say it's around 19 to 20, something like that. Very, very low pop nonetheless, especially for Pokemon promo. Again, this is one of my favorite artworks. It's Ken Sugimori. Absolutely beautiful card, man, and it is super, super impressive. Next. All right, so the next thing is not Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not Pokemon, it's not MTG. This right here is one of Dragon Ball Z's original games. So we're not talking about the new Bandai Dragon Ball Super game. This is the original Dragon Ball game. This is a prize card. It's limited to around 100 pieces, but that's not the cool thing. The cool thing is that this graded a 10, all right? From 2004, less than 100 copies in existence. This is an incredible feat, man. And ARS 10 is no joke, bro. Like ARS 10, in my opinion, like condition-wise, is harder to get than PSA 10, right? PSA 10 might be harder to get overall because of centering, but condition, okay? Yeah, nothing really beats ARS 10s. Like I'm looking at this thing and it is beautiful, man. Like I really can't find any flaws on it. Absolutely gorgeous card. Look at the hollow foil on it. Look at the way that it breaks in the light. Beautiful. Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well. Like, just crazy. Beautiful, beautiful card, man. Amazing. All right, the next card I'm going to show you guys is another TCG. This is from Flesh and Blood. This is an extended art gold card foil. So this is not just a regular TCG. Like this card actually exists as a set card, right? But it's not full art, okay? And it's not a gold foil like this one. You can see how it shines in the light. This card right here is about population 50, okay? That is crazy. And it was actually a special collaboration with PCG. That's why it's in a PCG case, not in like ARS or PSA. but this is a mint 9 card, and honestly, it is very, very clean. Like, it is very, very nice, man. And the artwork is just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. This is, I would say, like the best modern game, like out of anything that we've seen so far. I mean, other than One Piece. One Piece is probably the best modern game, but then this one is right up there in my opinion. Like, super, super nice. I love Flesh and Blood. All right, so the next card I want to show you guys is Pokemon. Now, if you guys know anything about Pokemon, this is Pokemon Red, you know, like Pokemon Red, the original game. This is the artwork that they used. But the thing about this is that they released a CD promo that had these 3 cards. It had a bunch of other cards. It had like a Shadowless English Pikachu, stuff like that. But the 3 most popular cards is the Charizard, Blastoise, and the Venusaur. Now, this card is not rare. It's not even rare in Gem Mint 10. It's really, really available. But what is rare is a hollow bleed version of these cards, okay? And take a look at this, okay? Like, I know it might seem subtle on camera, but in person, this card actually shines like crazy. Like, you can see the full hollow bleed on this. It is very impressive. And I mean, I've had my fair share of these CD promos. I have never seen one like this. This is just beautiful, man. And I love this artwork. This is the Black Star Venusaur artwork. It's pop 5 or 6 in the TCG. Very, very hard to get. This one is very, very hard to get as well. Overall, I'm not really a misprint guy, but I think that this is impressive enough to include in this video. We're hopping back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And we have the legendary Dragon of White. This is the non-sealed copy, okay? The sealed copy is like, it's just crazy expensive, okay? But this is the not sealed copy. This is, it's like a leaked from factory. It was before it got sealed up. But this card specifically is extremely popular in the East, okay? Because this is like a prize card, Blue Eyes White Dragon. And do I need to say anything about the art? Like, look how nice this looks, man. And it has that old traditional look where it has no hollow foil stars, no attribute signs. So like, it looks vintage, right? But it's a black card. It has a lot going for it. I really like this. I wish I could own one day. There are copies of this. So like, there are reprints. This was reprinted a couple of times in English as well as Japanese. But this remains as the highest print for this card other than the 2 championship cards, and I think that there's like 2 or 4 of them in the world for the sealed copy. Okay, it's very, very rare, and that was awarded only to the champions. This card is crazy. We had this shown on Strictly Collections episode 1. I don't know if you guys remember, but the guy had the Dark Magician and the Blue Eyes. This guy has the Blue Eyes, but the thing about this one that I wanted to show is, look at the condition. There is like almost 0 whitening on this card, and that is very hard to come by. The one that we showed on Strictly Collections number 1 had a lot of whitening on the back. Still, like, I would still own it, no problem, but you know, condition does matter to an extent here. Beautiful, beautiful card. And I mean, it's a world championship card. This is, by the way, the artwork that's on the playmat. Remember I told you guys there's the playmat from the World Championship 2012 that is like crazy expensive. It's around like $8,000. This is where this comes from. It's this and then the Dark Magician on the playmat World Championship 2012. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful card. Let's go next. This is some of my favorite stuff here. You guys know I love these OCG Ultimate Rares, but he has the big 3 in ARS 10. And I just want to take the time to show these. These cards are not rare, man, but they are rare in gem mint condition, and they are like truly beautiful, beautiful cards. Like, these are some of the best looking cards ever in the Yu-Gi-Oh game, man. Oh, like, look at this, man. Look at the way the shine. This is so nice. This is the most popular card in Japan, I would say. This is the SM51. And look at the way that the spiral moves as the light hits it. And by the way, can we talk about these ARS cases? Like, look how nice they are. It's like a trophy, man. And again, they're all ARS 10s. And this is the red eyes. Look at the way the light moves. It's so incredible. And they're well centered too. Like, you can go from ARS 10, well centered, to PSA 10, but it's harder to go PSA 10 to ARS 10 because PSA lets a lot of stuff slide, like while ARS doesn't. Like I'm looking at this and look at this. It's just so clean, so nice. This is, I love these three, man. Again, I might make him a trade offer for these. Awesome. Let's go next. Next up, we have the first Blue Eyes ever made by Konami, and that is the starter box. Check out this card, man. Do you guys think that this will get a reprint like how Dark Magician did? Like I hope it does because it becomes more affordable that way. But this card is, again, one of those where it's not rare, but it's rare in mint condition. This card right here, like I can barely see any silvering. It's so clean. And obviously this is an ARS 10, as you can see. And again, like I'm just looking at the back, man. I'm trying to find imperfections. There are none. This is so nice. I love starter box Blue Eyes. I have theatrical sealed box in gem mint condition. Like it's perfect. No rips, no dents anywhere. I love my theatrical, and this is the card that you get from in there. It's the best card in there. Just beautiful. Absolutely love this card, man. That's starter box Blue Eyes. Let's go next. All right, so enough dilly-dallying. I'm gonna show you guys the heat now, okay? The actual heat, the best cards. We're gonna start off with none other than the Blue Eyes Holy Grail Jump Festa PSA 10. This is, and this is not just any regular PSA 10. I looked at this, incredibly clean, very, very nice condition PSA 10. And that is a really, really hard thing to say, man. This is a beautiful card. PSA 10 Blue Eyes Grail. This is the Blue Eyes. Like you don't own any other Blue Eyes that's better than this. This is the best. So nice. Oh man, I cannot believe I'm holding this in my hand, but I want to show you guys something really cool and a picture that I don't think many people can say they can have. A G3 Black Magician Girl PSA 10 and a Jump Festa Blue Eyes White Dragon PSA 10. It does not get any better than this. Oh my, look at this. So nice. It's beautiful, man. Creme de la creme, okay? This is literally the best that you can get. The two best monsters in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! In PSA 10 right here. Too nice. Rookie card as well. This is the first time Black Magician Girl ever appeared anywhere. Now this one is mine, but we might be making a sort of deal later on, so we'll see. And then this is his, and I don't think I'll ever be able to own this one, unfortunately, but still, I am extremely lucky to be able to even just hold this in my hands right now. Just craziness. That is Black Magician Girl and Jump Festa.
But wait, there's more.
All right, guys. So this is probably the pinnacle of this gentleman's collection, and it is something that I never thought I would ever see in my life. What we're talking about here is arguably some of the rarest cards to exist in the Yu-Gi-Oh world. Okay, like these are cards that are mythical. And it's not just the cards, it is the fact that the artworks on these cards never, ever got reprinted, okay? They have an exclusive prestige to them. They are like Worlds cards, okay? So like you guys know my Emperor of Lightning, you guys know my Mateo. Those cards are extinct, okay? Like we do not literally have other artworks of these cards. You know, like Ulevo, how I told you guys, the one time we saw Ulevo was in the Monster art box. Nobody else has seen that card before, right? We saw it in like that small image, and then we saw it in Monster art box. These are on this level of caliber. Incredibly hard cards to find. So I'm done hyping them up. I'm gonna show you guys what we're looking at here. This is Gemini Elf from T3. T3 is an event that happened in 2001, and this event is one of the most notorious events of all time. This card right here is awarded to the 4th place winner. Allegedly, I thought it was supposed to be sun damaged, But this is a leaked copy of this because the original is sun damaged. This is a leaked copy of this card. And look at the condition of this thing. This is impeccable. Like, I cannot find a white spot anywhere. Like, you know, this card is so iconic that, you know, Vintage Card Japan, they posted on their Twitter this picture, okay? Literally, that's all they posted. And you see the Gemini elf, it's like right here. As soon as a collector in Japan saw this, okay, and this is a closet collector, he does not like share his collection. Nobody really knows about him. Like, he doesn't have Twitter. It's not like Saku. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Chaos. Those guys, people know who they are. This person, nobody really knows him. He called them up. He's like, I need this, okay? And this sold for over 250,000 US dollars, okay? Like right away. Like, they didn't even have a chance to grade it. Like, they wanted to actually grade it, but then the guy was like, I'm buying it right now, and he copped right away. Like, oh, I'm looking at this right now, and it is baffling. Like, I can't believe I hold this right now in my hand. Like, this is, and I'm not gonna be able to do it again, right? Like, once this goes into his collection, that's it. Like, it's gone, like, forever. So VCJ's, I'm gonna call him that. This is Vintage Card Japan. VCJ's owner, he told me about how, like, the guy who bought this, like, he lives and breathes Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, this is his thing, and this is why he, like, had to have this right away as soon as this condition came up. And again, like, I never thought something like this even existed. Like, this shows you just like how crazy the Yu-Gi-Oh! World is. It's so mind-boggling, man. Like, this card is so insane. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. So this is the 4th place. He doesn't only just have the 4th place. He has the 3rd place, Angry Karibo. So this is not the same Angry Karibo that Jack Raid has, but it is the one that, like, it's the same artwork that he showed. This card is my favorite, to be honest with you, out of all the T3s. I love, like, the portrait style. Oh my God, like, bro, I am so blown away by this card, man. It's just insane. I'm lost for words. I don't even know what to say, man. I can't believe I'm actually holding it. I can't believe I'm holding these 2 cards right now. Like, that is just remarkable, man. Like, who would have thought, okay, that just me making YouTube videos, I'll be able to see cards like this.
But wait, there's more.
He has the infamous Summon Skull. And if you guys watch my video on T3, go and watch it, okay? I'll throw it up right now. Here's the picture of it. This card was thought to have been lost in a natural disaster when it was released. And it randomly surfaced many years later, around 25 years later, man. And this card is an ARS 10. This is just unbelievable. These are literally all below pop 5. I think my goal is to one day own one of these. If I was to choose, it would be the Karibo. I wish I can maybe, like, I wish I had enough Yu-Gi-Oh stuff that I can trade for this. Because, like, oh man, like, this is just so unbelievably incredible. I think the Summon Skull is way out of my reach. I don't think I'll ever be rich enough to buy this. This one, maybe. The Angry Karibo is around 40 million yen. The Gemini Elf sold for 40 million yen. And then this guy right here is about 60 million yen. Like, this is just mind-boggling numbers, okay? Mind-boggling. Like, this is absolutely, and it is worth it, okay? Like, these cards are literally worth it. Why? Because these cards have absolutely exclusive artwork, and these cards are the original Series 2 layout, and I don't even know, like, how they would even reprint this. Like, okay, for Series 1, you know, they put the Eye of Anubis there. Fine. How would they even reprint something like this? Like, I don't understand, like, the process on how they would do something like this. And again, like, I think Konami really respects these cards because, again, they won't reprint the artwork, at least. I don't really understand Konami because a lot of times they reprint, like, they reprinted the Jump Festa. I don't know why they don't reprint these, but it seems like Konami really likes them. They really respect them. And I think, to me, okay, I like these more than the Tokyo Dome Blue as Ultimate, personally, okay? Me, personally, I like these more. Why? More exclusive. I'm telling you, like I can't like these images are literally for the first time being shown all together like this. Like this is just so. I'm lost for words. Okay, that's enough raving. I've given this enough spotlight. You guys have seen enough. I don't think I can even top anything like this. Like you can check out their website, by the way, vintagecardjapan.com. There they have like a ton of ARS, PSA, and CGC stuff. They have like super high end stuff. By the way, like these are just like the mountaintop, but below that they have like ARS 10s of Asian English. They have ARS 10s of no symbols. They have everything like you can think of, okay? And I'm sure a lot of them will be popping up on screen right now, but this is what I really wanted to talk about because these are some of the rarest cards in the world. I will never be able to beat the fact that I was able to show all three of these in one video. Like just unbelievable. I've peaked, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just joking. Let's just go to the next part. Okay, so he wasn't quite done. I showed you guys the blue eyes, right? But what he failed to mention is he has the Tokyo Dome entry cards. So you guys know how like Yugi got these cards for like Duelist Kingdom in order to go in? These are literally the original invitation cards. We didn't get these in the TCG until like 2017. Is so disrespectful. He has them in ARS 9, 10, and then 10 plus. Imagine. Look at that. Just incredible. This is set sail for the kingdom, Duelist Kingdom, and Glory of the King's Hand. These are invitational cards, and I think they're limited to around 5,000 copies. And then he also has Gate Guardian, the Magician of Black Chaos, which are entry, and then he has Trihorn Dragon, which is the first round. Imagine, like, but these, in my opinion, these are so impressive to me. I love these. I actually saw these on Mercari and I wanted to buy really badly, but somebody bought before me. I love these. Just incredible. And then this is the Tokyo Dome ticket, by the way. Oh, and then he has Sengenjin, which is the round after Trihorn Dragon. He does not have Serpent Knight or Firewing Pegasus though. Still though, pretty badass, man. Okay, I'm just shooting B-roll here and like look at what's on the table here. Unbelievable amount of cards. And then casual stainless steel DMG. Just beautiful. Alright guys, so we have assembled the Avengers. We're starting off here with World Championship Pokemon cards. This is a semi-finalist card and this is limited to 4 copies in the world. We move on to 2 Chinese Blue Eyes. We have an SM51 that is incredibly clean, blue luster as well. Legendary Dragon of White, Illustrator. My 2 favorite cards from this whole lot like I saw today, like these are absolutely incredible. We come up here, we have 2 Sylveons. One's an error art and one is a corrected art. The corrected one is incredibly hard to come by. We have Umbreon, we have Stardust, Elemental Mistress Doriado, NA, all ARS 10s. We have Dragon Master Knight. This is the ultra rare version, and if you don't know, there's 2 versions of this card, and pretty much every video game promo had a secret rare as well as an ultra rare. The ultra rare is usually significantly more expensive. Here we have set B. I showed you guys this at Top Card 1, and this one is an ARS 9. We have an ARS 10 DMG AE. This card is gorgeous. Look at the way that this foil shines. Then we have these 2 majestic cards right here, both ARS 10s. Showed you guys these. Starter Box, ARS 10, Goku, ARS 10. 2 no symbol starters, ARS 10 plus. Okay, we have Pikachu, ARS 10. We have Summon Skull, the best card in here. Oh my god, look at this card. It's just beautiful. And then another Holy Grail card, Tokyo Dome, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. We have Shiny Celebi, SM51 Blue Luster. We move up, we have Alpha Lotus, showed you guys this. We have the rare DMG. We have 2 gold Magikarps that I showed you guys. This is G3 PSA 10 DMG. This is mine, but I am working on a deal with him. We have Sengenjin. We have Creatures Deck. We have Jump Festa PSA 10. And the main reason he wants my G3 is to go with this card right here. They are the 2 best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! When it comes to the most popular monsters in the game. Ghost Rare, DMG, Tokyo Dome, Trihorn Dragon. We have a Creatures Deck promo as well. We have Aquamador. So these are expedition cards. These are unlimited PSA 10s, and these are all under pop 10. Incredibly rare. We have some Neo shinies right here. We have Blue Eyes White Dragon, LOB first edition PSA 10 wavy. This is also mine, but we're working on a deal. And then we have Gate Guardian Tokyo Dome. Like, this is maybe 40% of what he has.
What?
I'm gonna show you guys now the Asian English Ultimate Rares in ARS that he has, because those, in my opinion, are just as impressive as these. Let's get into that. Are you guys ready to see one of the most impressive and visually striking thing I have ever seen in my life? Check this out. This is every Asian English Ultimate. Well, he has more. There's like 200 in total, but this is all we can fit on the table. This is all Asian English ARS graded cards. I'm actually lost for words, guys. Like, this is just unbelievable, bro. Like, look at this. We have Ruin here. We have Demise. We have Cyber Dragon. We have Harpy's Pet Dragon. Doriado. Pikaru. Kuran. Treeborn Frog, Flame Wingman. This is just unbelievable. I gotta like step back here. Look at this. Look at this. This is just, yeah, I wanted to throw this in here. This was the main reason I came. I didn't think I'd be able to get them to show me like the T3s, but they did. And those basically stole the show. But these are just as nice, man. Like, I really gotta show you these, man, up close. Check this out. Look at this Cyber Dragon right here. Remarkable, man. Look at this Treeborn Frog. Look at this. Amazing. Nah, man, like, this is just crazy. Unbelievable. And he has a lot of these in PSA 10s too. That's the crazy thing is, like, he has not only ARS 10s, but he has PSA 10s of a lot of these. An incredible store. An incredible collector, to be honest with you. He was so patient with me, man. Like, we discussed multiple deals, and I can't thank him enough for giving me this opportunity. I don't know. I can't say anymore. Like, I'm just stunned. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really hope you guys learned something from what I showed you guys today. This is Vintage Card Japan, vintagecardjapan.com. If you guys want to check out their inventory, see what they have for sale. And I mean, let me just show you this real quick. Yeah, if you guys want to support the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. You guys can also pick up your own Strictly Sealed accessories if you want to support me further and support your collection in the meantime. Otherwise, man, this is the most impressive Yu-Gi-Oh collection I have ever showcased on my channel, and I think it'll be extremely hard to top unless maybe we can get Saku or Chaos on here. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much, Yamaguchi. Thank you so much, Yoshida. This is Vintage Card Japan. Check them out, guys. Come visit them in Japan as well. By the way, you guys need reservations here. So it's like buying a Rolex, right? Like, you gotta reserve a time and come check out the goods. Highly recommend it. Check them out, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.